Hello, guys. Good morning, wherever you are watching me from this part of the world. My name is Hanson Joseph. Okay, so you're just joining me. This is your first time of joining me. Please, if you're new to this channel, all you have to do is hit on the subscribe button and don't forget to put on your notification bell so you'll be the first to get our new videos. On today's topic, let's look at, first of all, let's start with the breaking news. Of course, many of you have seen it. Novak Djokovic just made a shocking revelation that Andy Murray will be his coach during the Australian Open. That's one of the breaking news of the day. I posted that on my timeline. That's if you are subscribing to this channel. Novak Djokovic have appointed Andy Murray to be his coach in the upcoming Australian Open in January. All right. From rivals to now, Andy Murray is now the coach of Novak Djokovic. If you recall very well, Andy Murray, in fact, during his time, playing as tennis player, played very well during his career, won many titles in the 2012 US Open. I'm talking about right now the rivalry between Djokovic and Andy Murray. In the 2012 US Open, Andy Murray defeated Djokovic in a 5-3 set. Yes, he defeated Djokovic in a 5-3 set. And then you watch the 2013 Wimbledon. Murray ended the British wait of 77 years. No British have won the Wimbledon, the homegrown tournament. It was Andy Murray who was the first, to do that. So he won Djokovic in that in straight sets. And then in 2015 Australian Open, Djokovic defeated Murray in 4 sets, and then the two often clash frequently when it comes to the 2015 Australian Open. Then in the 2016 ATP Finals, Murray beat Novak Djokovic in straight sets. Although Murray, as a player, he's talking about his career is mainly ravaged by injuries, and he was a good player, yes, top-notch world player, but his career was a little bit, injury disrupted some of his career. But right now, he's now the coach of Novak Djokovic. Despite their rivalry on the court, the two have that Novak Djokovic made. We see that in January during the Australian Open. Let's see what will happen there. Well, I think Djokovic is just trying to, return to his former status as well. In fact, the way he dropped from the ATP ranking this year is very, very surprising. At some point, all right. I see Cripsy, Cripsy Whiskey. Say hello. All right, Cripsy Whiskey. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, Chris is asking what time is this? Well, here in my home country, it's actually morning. It's actually morning here. This is 10. That is 11 minutes past the hour of 10 a.m. in the morning. Cripsy, if you are watching now, it's 10 a.m. here. It's 10 a.m. Cripsy. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you for your support. If you're just joining this live, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and then be a part of our community. All right. Thank you very much, Cripsy. Okay, we're still talking about the recent appointment. We're still talking about the recent appointment of Novak Djokovic, Andy Murray. In fact, it came as a surprise. These two are rivals when it comes to the tennis world. Right now, it's now the coaching. Okay, 9/11. Okay, Cripsy say 9/11. Which country are you watching me from, Cripsy? Cripsy, which country are you? All right, tell me where you're watching from. That is very important. If you're listening to me right now, Cripsy Whiskey. Okay. We're talking about Andy Murray. We'll talk about the rivalry between the two. Despite the rivalry in the court between the two, these two guys a good relationship. And then we are looking at this appointment. What does it mean for Novak Djokovic? You can share in the comment section. All right, Cripsy Whiskey is watching from England. Wow, that was nice. Thank you, Cripsy. Thank you, Cripsy. All right. Okay, what do you think about this recent appointment? Do you think it will help Novak Djokovic return to his normal status? In fact, he's dropping the ATP ranking. I could remember that was in October. If you check the ATP ranking in October, number one, you see Jannik Sinner there. Number two, you see Carlos Alcaraz. Third, you see Novak Djokovic. But recently, this guy just dropped. I think right now he's in the number 7 position. After the ATP finals, the ranking, updated. If you check very well, you see Novak Djokovic at the number 7. Someone from number 3 down to number 7. Although we know he withdrew from some tournament, he withdrew at the Paris Masters. He didn't play in the ATP finals, and so those also affected his ranking points. First, right now, if you check the ATP ranking, you see Jannik Sinner there is number 1. Number 2 is Alexander Zverev. Winning the Paris Masters also elevated his status in the ATP ranking. Then number 3 is Carlos Alcaraz. Is that number 3? Number 4, Taylor Fritz, the American. That's one of the career high, finishing for Taylor Fritz this year. And then look at the 5th position. Who's in the 5th position, if you could remember? I think Dani Medvedev. Yes, Dani Medvedev, yes, in the 5th position. And then the 6th position is Casper Ruud. And then 7 is Novak Djokovic there. So far, so I think only won this year, 2024, just won the Olympic gold medal in Paris. I don't think there's any other tournament he won. Just won the Olympic gold medal. There's no other tournament he won. So the appointment of Novak Djokovic, Andy Murray, beg your pardon, we have, let's look at his experience, can actually help Novak Djokovic. But all of that, we see that in the Australian Open, just after next month, January, the Australian Open will begin. Let's see what Andy Murray will add to Novak Djokovic game. Okay, number 2, the topic here I want to discuss. Honestly, I'm impressed. The partnership of Sara Errani and Jasmine Paolini in the doubles, the clinch the Bleaching Cup for Italy. These two pair have been doing a great job. Talking about Jasmine Paolini and Sara Errani. In fact, they made history, marking Italy's first Olympic gold at the Paris. Talking about doubles, they did that very well. And then the China Open in Beijing, they also were victorious in that China Open in Beijing. Then in the Roland Garros, they were runners-up in the game. In fact, recently they just won the Billie Jean Cup. That was at Italy, Italy called Billie Jean Cup. In fact, you have to look at the semi-final. All right, I see Daniel Botio. Daniel Botio says, okay, he said the time is 10:15. Where are you watching me from, Daniel? Daniel, please tell me the country where you're watching me from. It's very, very important. Thank you so much for always joining. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel and make sure you hit on the notification button so you'll be the first to get our latest video. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, right now many people watching live. Just share in the comments on your thoughts. I talk about the recent appointment of Andy Murray by Novak Djokovic. What do you think? Do you think the appointment is good? In fact, I want to hear from England fans. In fact, this guy made history. In fact, English fans, English tennis fans waited some 7 years for actually Danny Murray to come on board, and of course won the title. Talking about the Wimbledon, and he did that against Novak Djokovic. Okay, thank you, Daniel, but to tell me where you are watching me from. All right. Okay, we're still talking about Errani and Jasmine Paolini. So these two women, these Italian women, that are doing very well in the when it comes to the doubles tournament. I talk about how they made history, winning the Olympic gold medal. That is Italy, that marked the Italy first Olympic gold medal at Paris Olympic, and then they are runners-up in the Roland Garros, and then winner of the Billie Jean Cup in Italy. And then you have to watch what they did this time around focus on the semi-finals of that Billie Jean Cup. That was against Poland. In fact, Poland have IGS Swiatek, and of course, the world number two right now. Just the margin is not high between her, sorry, and Sabalenka. Sabalenka is number one now, and then IGS Swiatek. In fact, if you watch very well, she's just the one that is carrying the team around. After the game, after the interview, we had one through the interview. She said she is very tired. In fact, she looks like the only one that is carrying this team around. So IGS Swiatek were defeated by Italian duo, talking about Rani and Jasmine Paolini. And then in the finals, that was against Slovakia. They clinched the title by beating the Slovakian team. So congratulations to Rani and Jasmine Paolini. Okay, and Italian fans in the house, let me share in the comments. How do you feel about that win? And then thirdly, I have to be very emotional in this one. Rafael Nadal retired at the Davis Cup. In fact, it was so emotional for me. I have to be sincere with you. I haven't felt this emotional before, from any player. I know Roger Federer retired, even British Andy Murray retired, but I don't know why Rafael Nadal is just so special. That honestly, I cried. I cried. In fact, when he was greeting, the Spanish team at the Davis Cup. I cried, honestly. Cried. Rafael Nadal, 22 Grand Slam title. When we talk about Rafael Nadal retirement, you have to be around. You have to watch tennis like 10 years. You have to be a decade in the game to actually understand what that means. That a big legend is living the tennis. I cried. And then after that, we saw some big names, I don't want to call names now. They were actually, criticizing the retirement, party given to Rafa. They were saying that he deserved more. Yes, we know he deserved more, but I think do all those things matter? I think the respect matters a lot. The respect matters a lot when it comes to Rafael Nadal. I'm so emotional right now. I don't want to start crying here. I'm doing a live video right now. Don't want to start crying here, but if you watch Rafa, in fact, Rafa was a player that made us love tennis. Made me love tennis. Talking about Rafa Nadal. I don't know for you. How do you feel about the retirement? A whole lot of players retired, legends, but Rafa is different. I don't know for you. All right, don't forget, if you're watching me right now, just tell me where you're watching me from. Share in the comment section. We talk about the recent appointment by Andy Murray. Right now is the coach of Novak Djokovic, who starts resume duty to 2025 in the Australian Open. Do you think he's going to bring Novak Djokovic to where we used to know him to be? This year have not really been a good one for him, but although he won the 2024 Olympic gold medal. And then we talk about the doubles, talking about the Billie Jean Cup in Italy won, the Intigub won, Jasmine Paolini and Rani. In fact, they did a similar job. That was in 2013. Then they did it again in 2024. So what do you think about these guys playing very well in the WTA ranking? Then another topic I want us to brought up, we talk about ratings now. Just share in the comments, share your thoughts in the comments. I would love to, get a feedback from you from all the topics we've been discussing. I needed to talk about the ATP ranking. Do you think they are weak, considering the fact that almost every tournament, the odds seems to favor Yannick Sinner, even when we have a lot of top players in ranking. Talking about the ATP ranking, while the likes of Carlos Alcaraz is there, Daniil Medvedev, Alexander Zverev, even Taylor Fritz doing very well this year. Novak Djokovic, a whole lot of players in that top 10. But it seems they look very weak for Yannick Sinner. Keep beating them. In fact, a record came out that this guy actually beat some of those guys in straight sets. Beat them in straight set. Players in the top 10 ranking, not even low ranking players, a player in number 21 position, or maybe 22 position, or thereabout. This guy keep winning, and doesn't get tired. Do you think the ATP ranking is kind of weak? I think Yannick Sinner is making the ATP ranking, look more like a joke. Yes. In fact, I conducted a poll. I asked people, are you tired of seeing Yannick Sinner? In fact, every tournament he enters, he must win it. Every tournament. Won the US Open, Skin Slam, won the ATP finals recently. In fact, everything about Yannick Sinner is winning, and the margin is high. The margin is high. Unlike when you look at the WTA, the women's tennis ranking, I think there's more competition there than the because like let's look at that ATP finals as a case study. If you watch the finals between Yannick Sinner and Taylor Fritz, in fact, Sinner defeated this guy in a straight set. It was like, man, there's no competition. But if you watch the finals of the WTA rankings, that is the game between Coco Gauff and Huiying Zheng of China. In fact, it was a competitive match. It was a thrilling game to watch, indeed. All of us enjoyed it. Now, Zheng pushed Coco to the limit. In fact, Coco won the title, but she knows that Zheng brought the competition. Unlike what we saw in the men's final between Yannick Sinner and Taylor Fritz, we didn't see that much competition between these guys. So I don't think the ATP is. I think David is weak. Is it that Yannick Sinner is taking advantage of a weak ATP tour? So there's another discussion. Please share your thoughts in the comment section. I would love to get a feedback from you. Don't forget to tell me where you're watching from. For those of you who don't know my name is Hanson Joseph. Hanson Joseph. This is my channel, Tennis Joy. And as well, if you love what I'm doing, please support my work by subscribing to this channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you very much. Don't forget to tell me where you are watching from. Okay, so far so good. See two people. Cripsy okay, he's watching from England. Daniel Boate didn't say where she is watching from. I would love to get a feedback from you. So, guys, what are your thoughts? I'm still waiting for your comments. I'll be ending this live soon. Okay, still waiting for your comments. Number one, just a reminder of what we are discussing today. I talk about many now, 4 points. Number one is, what do you think Andy Murray will add to Novak Djokovic? He's a player with a lot of experience, although injuries played a part in didn't really play some of the match we drew with some of the matches because of injuries. What do you think is going to add to Novak Djokovic? Do you think Novak Djokovic will return to where he used to be in the ATP ranking? And then number two, we talk about the Billie Jean Cup won by Errani and Jasmine Paolini. But these two women are making Italy proud in the global. In fact, making us everybody proud, especially the Italian fans. Then we'll talk about Rafael Nadal retirement. Drop a word for Rafael Nadal. I think Rafael Nadal, thank you so much for existing in my lifetime. In fact, I will live to remember. In fact, I'll tell my children about you. In fact, you made tennis worth watching. Bring in the competition. And then we talked about the ATP ranking. Talk about how Yannick Sinner has been dominating everywhere. Yannick Sinner. I said a bet with a friend, just that it didn't happen. If Yannick Sinner have not withdrawn from that Paris Masters, I don't think Alexander Zverev will even win it. That's the truth. He's winning every title. Every tournament is all about one person, and it's Yannick Sinner. So do you think the ATP rankings is weak? Think it's weak? Do you think Dani Medvedev stand no chance, Taylor Fries stand no chance, Casper Ruud, um, what's his name again? Forgetting. Okay, Carlos Alcaraz. In fact, I'm disappointed in Carlos Alcaraz because I believe he should be the man, having won 4 Grand Slam titles, like Senna who have 2. I believe Carlos Alcaraz should be the one bringing the competition. But at some point, he was being defeated by some of these uh, low-ranking players. Imagine you go home but beating Carlos Alcaraz in the Paris. I know anything can happen in tennis, but you can't find such records against Yannick Sinner. This guy beat people in the top 10 without losing a set. Players in the top 10. That's wow. Beat players in the top 10. So the ATP ranking is, kind of weak and all of that. Then I'll talk about the WTA ranking actually brought more competition than this year. I'm talking about this year. Actually brought more competition than the ATP because we saw the likes of Coco Gauff beat IGS Swiatek. Even Arena Sabalenka it also lost in the game. Unlike what we see in the men's tennis, it's just about one man, and that's Yannick Sinner. So do you think the WTA is weak? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. I'm still waiting for your thought. Uh, Share your thoughts in the comment section. Then if you like what I'm doing, you can actually support me by subscribing to this channel. And of course, I'll put on your notification so you'll be able to get all my new videos. Every week, I come on live here, just every Sunday morning. Make sure you're ready for me. All right, I'm about to end this live. Thank you so much for all of you that watch. All right. So far, so good. Okay. Please, if you are still watching, tell me where you are watching from. Tell me. Okay. Then you can comment on any of the topics we've been talking about. All right. Okay, I guess I end this right now. Okay, I guess I end this. I can see 7 people right now actually watching. Okay, tell me where you're watching from. Share your thoughts on the topic we've been discussing. Share your thoughts in the comment section. All right. Okay, 8 people watching right now. In case you're just joining, my name is Hanson Joseph. You're welcome to my channel, Tennis Joy. In case this is your first time of joining, here we talk about everything that concerns tennis. Okay, we've been discussing about various topics of discussion. Drop a word for Rafael Nadal. What do you wish Rafael Nadal? He has retired from tennis. Drop a word for him. I thank him for existing in my lifetime. In fact, he brought competition to the game. In fact, he brought a show worth watching. You can't watch a Rafael Nadal game and regret ever watching that game. And then we'll talk about the Billie Jean Cup. What do you think about Errani and Jasmine Paolini, who won the Billie Jean Cup? They did that in 2013. They also did that in 2024. They also marked Italy's first Olympic title in Paris. Jasmine Paolini and Errani. Then we'll talk about Novak Djokovic. That's the big story. Novak Djokovic appointing Andy Murray, the British Andy Murray, to be his coach in the Australian Open, January 2025. What do you think? Do you think Andy Murray will be the man to return Novak Djokovic to where he used to be in the ATP rankings? Share your thoughts in the comment section. All right, I guess I will end this live right now. Thank you very much for all of you that watched Thank you to Cripsy Wispy, Danny, sorry, comments. Thank you so much. Let's remain Hanson Joseph. See you again in the next live video. I love you all. Thank you for always for your support. Thank you very much. See you again. This is me saying bye.